Alrighty, YouTube. How are you guys doing today? Danielle K. Howell here, and I want to start doing these live videos here on YouTube because I am tired of Facebook. I've been doing videos on YouTube for past couple years now, and I have made a decision that I am going to be here on YouTube a lot more often so that I can connect more with my YouTube followers. Facebook has been, like they just create their own rules. And so I am going to start, a new series. A lot of times I've been, mostly I've been talking about business stuff a lot, right? On my YouTube channel, business, cryptocurrencies, things like that, right? But now I'm going to be talking about that invisible stuff. I'm going to be talking about how to create your best life, how more so empowerment, self-improvement, things like that. Because I understand that in order for you to create any kind of success, you got to know how to manifest things in your life. You have to know how to create something in your life because ultimately you are a creator, right? This is what I believe. This is what I truly, truly believe, that we all are creators. And, the power of life and death is in the tongue, right? So what I'm going to talk to you about today, and this is going to be an ongoing, these are what my videos are going to be about more so now, not so much business stuff and target marketing and cryptocurrency and all that stuff. I'm going to be talking about how to create your best life, how to, take everything that you've gone through, everything that you've learned, everything that you've been through, and how you can manifest, abundance and prosperity in your life. Because one of the things that I've learned, and I just got off a webinar a few minutes ago, is that we have to be our true, authentic self. True, authentic self. And a lot of times we hide behind a mask and we want people to see us in one way when we're really the other way. We don't like to show our vulnerabilities. We don't want to show everything, who we are. But I'm going to tell you all right now that unless you share who you are 100%, you will never truly be happy or successful. You have to be the kind of person that could care less what other people think about you. You have to be that type of person who is going to go out there, be a pioneer like Steve Jobs, and do what you feel necessary. Hey, Ginger, that's what you want to do. You have to be that leader. You have to say, you know what? I'm going to take the mask off and I'm going to show who I really am. Because on social media, you can be whoever you want. This is what I realized. A picture can say 1,000 words and all 1,000 of those words could be a lie. So how do you create success in a society where there are so many people saying so many things and most of them are just really just hiding? And what I love is video. I believe when you can create something, when you can come to, through video and talk about your experiences, talk about, of course you want to help people, right? When you can do this through video, you can help change the world. My mission is to help to change the world. One person at a time, not just to help them, show them how to generate leads and make sales, but to help transform them from the inside out. And that comes with knowing yourself. Bottom line, know thyself, right? Know thyself. So how do you create success using that invisible stuff, right? So what is the invisible stuff? The invisible stuff is the stuff that you can't touch, but you can feel it. The stuff that when you put it out into the universe, and yeah, I'll be saying the words universe, and I'll be saying the words God and things like that, because I'm going to be my true authentic self on this Facebook, on this YouTube. So these are the things that I'm going to be talking about, the things that I believe, and if you believe it too, then great. If not, you may not want to watch my videos. That's just the bottom line, because I'm going to talk about things that, it may go against your beliefs. It might, but I have to stay true to who I am. And I have to tell you the things that I've done to create my success. And I'm going to be totally honest with what I've done, So that being said, What is that invisible stuff that you have to know? These are the things that I use in, when I start my day. These are the things I do. I pray, I meditate, I journal, I do affirmations, and I tap what I like to feel to a higher power. Right. And so, I mean, I don't do that all day because that's not going to bring you money. But I believe, when you put out intentions. So let's talk about intentions for a minute. When you put intentions out into the universe, things come back. It comes back. I was just on a webinar and I talked about, your thoughts become things, and you have the power to speak your world into existence. And I truly, honestly believe that, our thoughts create our reality, so to speak. So when we are thinking crazy thoughts, when we are thinking disempowering thoughts, when we are thinking, thoughts of poverty and thoughts of destruction and things like that, that's why I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news at all. Why? Because it's nothing but devastation on the news. So I choose not to watch the news because I know that what goes into your brain and what goes into your subconscious goes into your heart. And what goes into your heart comes out your mouth. Right. So if you're always watching the news, guess what? You're going to feel despondent. You're going to want to get back at the people who, bombed the coast and all that stuff. Right. You're going to get that. You're going to feel that energy. And I choose not to, because I have my own energy that I have to deal with. Right. We all walk around with our own energy source. So a lot of times, if things are not going right in your life, right, you may feel down. You may feel a little despondent. You may feel a little anxious. You may feel a little afraid, whatever. Right. And then you couple that with the news. Why would you want to watch that? Because that is going to just give you even more fear and despondency and things like that. So I choose not to watch those types of things. I choose not to, engage in those types of things. I only read and watch things that are uplifting. I don't even like to watch, scary movies, because I don't like to feel that feeling of fear. I just don't like it. So one of the things, that I do is I make sure that I am always try to be as much as I can in a positive state of mind, right? In a positive state of mind, because when you're in a positive state of mind, you can attract things to you that you would not attract if you were in a negative state of mind. When you are in a positive state of mind, you attract positive things. When you're in a negative state of mind, you attract negative things. And I know it because I've been on both sides. I know how it works. I know how energy works, and you have to really make it a habit to not dwell on negative things. And I think that is one of the hardest things to do. I really, really do. I think when we don't have something negative to think about, or we don't have something to worry about, we're not happy. Unfortunately, that's what society has become. Like just a pit of pity, right? It's a pit. It's like a pit of hell, so to speak, right? We're all in this pit. And so, and everywhere around us, you got world hunger, you have, obesity, you have diseases. You name it, terrorism, all this stuff. So we've been conditioned to being in a state of, fear and lack and all that stuff that doesn't serve us. Hey, Tiffany. So, so this is the thing that, you got to be mindful of. You got to be mindful when you are feeling a certain way. And sometimes you're feeling a certain way and it's not even your thing. It's not even your situation or your challenge or your issue. You're feeling somebody else's challenges. You're feeling the world's problems, right? You're feeling, all these things that has nothing really directly to do with you. But it starts to make it seem like it has something to do with you, right? You want to root for the cause. And sometimes we don't even know what causes we are rooting for. Like I was watching, unfortunately, when I was at the nail salon the other day, they had on the news, and I'm seeing all these children that are rallying. They putting this rally together for firearms to get rid of the guns and all these things. And I'm just like, do these kids even know why they are rallying? Like, why? What is their reason? Are they really for gun reform? Or this is something that they've been made to feel like they should be for gun reform because there was a shooting in a school, right? I'm down here in Florida. It happened down here. So, so these are the things that you got to really understand. If you want to become successful, you're going to have to really understand what cause are you rallying for? How's your energy? Are you taking on the energy and the global consciousness, or are you taking on the energy that's your own? Because a lot of times we subscribe to things that doesn't even matter. Like it literally does not matter. It doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter to me. But yet we feel like we have to be involved in it. And this can be really, really detrimental to your business, especially if you're running a business. This can be detrimental to your health. That's why it's so important to take care of your health. Every other commercial. That's why another thing, I don't watch TV. I may sit around and watch a movie with my children, but I don't watch TV. And even when my kids are watching TV, I'm watching them and I'm like, look, can you see how every other commercial is about food? It's either about food or prescription drugs. Those are the two main things that are on TV. That's what's on the commercials. That's what they are pushing. Bad food and prescription drugs. So the foods that you eat make you sick, and then you have to go to the doctor and get the prescription drugs. But you don't stop eating the food, the bad food. You just go there to put a Band-Aid on something that you've created, right? But you've created unconsciously because you've been taught to buy this food. So it's so these are things that you have to be mindful of, and you have to learn how to use the invisible stuff in your own life so that you can create success. So like I said, these are the things that I do. Now, I'm not saying that this is what you need to do, but these are the things I do. I pray, right? Every day. I meditate every day. I write in my journal every day. I do affirmations every day. These are the things that I do every single day. I sit in silence every single morning. And sometimes my kids will come in my room like, oh, Mom, I'm sorry, because they know that I'm sitting and I'm meditating and I'm praying and I'm pushing and I'm putting myself into a state of higher vibration. And that is when I don't do those things, and I know that those things work, because when I used to not do it, or if there's periods of times when, I may not do it, my life is not so great. Like it seems like there's just more battles to fight. Right now, when I do it, it's not to say that the battles are not there, but they don't seem so big. Like they move out of my way. They move out of my way, and more abundance comes to me. But when I'm not doing it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling scattered. I'm feeling lost. I'm feeling, because you're not connecting with the universe. I connect every day. And so this is something that I've learned to do, because like I said, when I didn't do it, or if there's times when I don't do it, I feel the effects. I feel the effects mentally, emotionally, even financially. So, these are the things that I'm going to be talking about on my channel from now on. So like I said, it's going to be probably different than your beliefs. It's going to probably be different than the things that you've learned, but I'm going to be getting deep on my channel. It's going to be pretty deep. And you're probably going to be like, wow, I didn't know Danielle was so deep, or I didn't know she did this, or, I'm going to be revealing a lot about myself, because I'm tired of just Facebook. You put a picture up there, and people would leave it to people's imagination, or you may teach something, right? But you're in teaching mode, and myself, I'm in teaching mode, and still it's just very superficial, right? So on my channel here, I want to give you guys a glimpse of what I do, who I am, and how I create my success for myself in my business and in my life overall. And so it comes with knowing yourself. And that's basically what I'm going to be talking about, how to know yourself. I'm going to be talking a lot about things like numerology and astrology and things like that can help you understand yourself a little bit more. These are another things that I do. I love to study numerology. I love to study astrology. These things can help you understand who you are. And so, like right now, Mercury is in retrograde, right? And so what does that mean? That means that if you are having any kind of communication problems, now's the time to air it out, right? Air it out with your loved one. If you had a communication problem, air it out. If you haven't spoken to somebody in a long time, right? Air it out, because Mercury is the planet of communication. And right now it's in retrograde. So that means that communication may be misunderstood. You may have a problem with your cell phone. You may have a problem with your laptop or things like that. But don't get crazy about it. Just know that that's what happens, because, this is what happens. If you're traveling, maybe the flights may be delayed. There's just communication, things that happen with communication. So these are things I'm going to be talking about. I may have, Some days I'll just be talking about astrology and, certain sun signs and things like that from what I've learned, numerology and things like that from what I've learned. Just certain things. I'm going to be talking about more about the invisible stuff that's going to help you to create success for yourself. And I'm also doing an Unstuck series, where I'm going to be helping people how to get unstuck in their lives, in their businesses, getting past hurt and past pain, relationship issues. I'm going to be talking about all this stuff. So, I'll be here, I don't know, every day live, maybe 2-3 times a day live. I don't know, but I'm going to be using this platform, YouTube, to create my back behind the scenes of Danielle K. Howell. Like literally, that's what this is going to be. It's going to be who I am, the depthness of me, not the shallowness where you see on Facebook. Because I can get really deep. Anybody has worked with me, they know that. They already know that. If you've worked with me closely and you've taken any of my courses, you know that I get deep inside of things. So I'm just going to be sharing that here. And I would welcome any questions, any comments, because, what would you like for me to talk about? And if there's a topic that I'm not well versed at, then I'll probably get my education and do some research. But I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear, maybe there's some things that you're going through and maybe just don't have the answer. Not to say that I have the answer to everything, but I study a lot of things. I study quite a bit of things, and I want to help you guys, get unstuck. I want to help you to understand yourself better. I want to help you to learn how to create a freedom lifestyle and how to even create your own economy. So there'll be days where I'll be talking about business and things like that and money. But mostly I'll be talking about, how to know yourself so that you can create your best life, so that you can step into your best self. Because once you're able to do that, you can do anything. You can start anything and it'll flourish. You can join anything. It'll grow. I'm telling you, it just will. But you got to know the secrets to success. And a lot of times, marketers don't talk about this, yet they practice it, because I've been around them. They know about this. They may touch on it a little, but a lot of people are, I'm not gonna say afraid, but they just don't go deep. They don't go deep. And so, but I think going deep is where people need to be. I think, as more and more technology takes over our lives and we become more and more superficial and, we put on our fake smiles for Facebook, it's just taken away from our authenticity. That's what I believe. So I'm here to show up as authentic as possible, and give you guys some information that I'm sure can help you in your life and in your business and in your family and in your relationships and in your finances. All of that stuff is going to help you if you just watch my journey and open up your mind, right? Sometimes you got to have an open mind about things, and you'll see some success. I guarantee you. So I want to thank you guys for coming on today. This is my first time talking about, touching on this stuff, but I'll be back here tomorrow. And like I said, I'll probably be here a couple times a day probably. But that invisible stuff, guys, you gotta tap into it. And it starts from getting past the fear. Hey, Sherelle. Awesome. So you got to get past the fear. You got to get past the, the self-doubt. You got to get past the, the self-esteem issues. You got to get past all that stuff, because what we need in this world, we need more people who are going to be bold. We need more people who are going to be bold and, not fake. You got to be bold, and you have to be fearless. Even if you have fear, you gotta talk that fear away so that you can go and do great things, because you have greatness inside of you. And that is that invisible thing, that greatness. How do you know I have greatness inside of you? Because we all do, right? We all do. We were born that way, but yet we suppress it. We compress it into a little tiny box that's, underneath our big toe. And it's like, that's where it stays. No, we want to bring it out. We want to bring it out. And the only way to do that is by speaking your message outright and plain and clear, and doing it often, so that people will know who you are. And right now we're in front of, we're on social media, we're on YouTube, whatever. But, at some point you want to go out there, right? You want to go out there and you want to speak your message all around the world, right? One of my things is I want to speak to people, in a group of people, not just on the computer, but a group of people on a stage, in an arena, That's one of the things that I want to do. And so I'm going to work hard to have that happen. I'm going to manifest that in my life, because once you do that, people will then go on to say, oh, wow, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so. That's the only way and do I have a fear of speaking on stage? Probably. I've never really spoken on stage before. I've spoken on my own stage here online, but I've never spoken on a real stage. So that's something that is going to grow me as a person, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a speaker, as a coach, right? As a mentor. These are the things that I want to do. And these are the things that I'm going to do. So, but you have to start somewhere. And I'm going to be starting here, right here on YouTube. Even though I've had my channel for quite some time, this is going to be a whole new ball game. I'm going to be talking a lot of stuff that's going to help you, from the depths of the depths to the top of the mountain. I'm going to be sharing everything with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And the great, and the positive, and the wonderful. So, I just want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you, click on the bell. I think there's some kind of bell for notifications, so that when I go live or if I upload a new video, you will get the notification. All right, my friends. So thank you so much for coming on. This has been Danielle K. Howell, your online success coach, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.